Yeah, I'm going to play.
You are going to play?
Yeah, I'm playing.
How important is that for you to get out there and go against another team before the regular season?
It's important just for defensive continuity standpoint. It's just, everybody knowing where people are going to be on game day. You don't want the first time you deal and communicate with somebody else to be with live bullets out there. So you want to get out there and get your communication. If somebody can't hear or somebody's not looking, you want to kind of get those tweaks out the way.
Are you more curious to see how your Achilles responds or your hamstring?
Oh, neither. Those things are feeling great. They freaking waited an extra week. I could have played last week. That's what I was trying to do when Kyle. They held us back. But yeah, I'm not really concerned about how that's going to respond. I'm more concerned about my game shape and making sure that I can still go every single play because I haven't played in 8 months.
You were able to go against DeAndre Hopkins a little bit after practice last week. Is that one of those test measuring sticks that you're able to use?
Yeah, definitely. It was just one of those things where I needed to get some reps against somebody else and see his movements, react, and it's just getting game reps when they wouldn't let me practice. Got to sneak them in.
How close were you when you injured your hamstring? How close do you feel you were to being back 100%?
I was probably like 85%. You know what I mean? Because it started getting to the grindy part of camp where your body's kind of breaking down, your legs are dead, and you're just kind of maintaining. And I took like a weird step. It wasn't like, oh man, I was just running straight and caught my hamstring. I took like a weird step on an angle, and it's kind of a freak deal, but it gave me time to heal back up again and feeling even better now, and look forward to going out there this week.
Richard, it was like a year ago now, but Mercury made it the time of when you first got back in there. You went right against Marquise, and he burned you deep, and it went viral. And anyway, so Kyle used it as a teaching point. Did you, I guess, did you appreciate what Kyle did and pointed out that you weren't afraid to fail? And B, did you have any trepidation about doing that initially?
Oh, no, that was great coaching point. It was a great moment for him to teach it. At the end of the day, we're not, at least I'm not concerned about the outside world. Oh man, you got beat in practice. I've been beat a ton in practice. I've been beat probably thousands of times in practice. But the amount of times I'm beat on a Sunday with lights on is very limited because in practice you're working your craft. You're trying to figure out what you're going to do. That's like you guys putting out an article that's a rough draft and putting it out for everybody to see. It's like, hey, this is a rough draft. Yes, it has some typos, some mistakes, some notes, some stuff that doesn't look right. The wording's off. No commas, no periods, yada, yada, yada. But this is a rough draft. I'm sorry that you saw it before I put out the final product. What we see on Sunday is the final product. So I think people get kind of lost in that. You get lost in practice reps and say, oh my God, did you see what happened in practice? Well, I mean, it looks good, it sounds good, but it's a whole lot going on in practice. Like Kyle said, it's technique. It's guys working on different steps because you're allowed to make mistakes in practice. You're allowed to get beat and stumble because then you figure out what works and what doesn't work. If you find something that works, you keep using it, you put it in your bag, you use it on game day. On game day, you're using your best stuff.
So, along those lines, do you need this game to see what you, at the stage that you are in your career, what works and what adjustments you have to make from the past?
No, not really. I kind of know at this point. That was my first day wearing pads in 8-9 months. So, at that point, it's still trying to get your feet under you in general. You haven't played football in 8-9 months to get out there the first time and get your feet under you, get your bearings. That's the first drill, the first period. It's just one of those things.
You talked about getting your feet underneath you. Do you feel that's more of a factor or an issue when you're at full stride or when you're stopping and starting?
No, it was just, it's more of a factor when you haven't played football in 8 months. So, you find somebody who set out the game and go film their first rep against an opponent, I guarantee you it's not going to look like it did 8 months ago. And then 2 weeks later, I guarantee you it starts to look exactly like they've been looking. It was just, getting back in football shape, getting back into the speed of the game. Not much else.
Richard Sherman spoke out on it the other day. I'm curious, where is he at right now? Is he ready to get into week one, or do you feel like he's on pace for that?
I do. He got a good dosage of work yesterday, and he'll get more work today. So as he works towards this game, and see if he can get some game action, but which is still to be discussed. But with all that said, he looks good. He's moving in the right direction. His mind's in the right spot, and excited about the direction he's going. So.